Although I got a clean sock here. All right. I found no change yet. I gotta go see a gentleman about drawing a picture real quick. Woohoo! And I got permission to film it, or to record it, which is cool. Alright. Oh, and I just missed Jason. Holy shnikes, you friggin' crackers are doing something.
Huh?
I said, holy shnikes, you friggin' crackers are doing something.
Yeah, I just took out that and put in a new one.
Hey, that license plate's got my mama's description on it. It says Idaho. I'm sure she is.
That's what happened to the old one.
God, that's beautiful. And it would just...
Oh, it didn't even sound like anything. It would just spin. It wouldn't spin the tires, so it would just spin this inside there.
Well, you got lucky. The other side might not be screwed.
The front side?
The other end of that.
Oh, it's fine.
The gear that bit into it. Coors! Coors! What are you up to? What are you up to, you sweetie? Okay, fine, kisses. Oh, there's another one. Where did you come from? Oh my God, there's two of them. This one's spinning.
Huh?
I said this one on this side's spinning. Yep.
Oh, it's spinning it backwards.
Oh, you guys smell the other dogs on me, do you? Yep. That's two dogs, both named Athena. And they're both sweeties. Oh, thank you. What's your name?
The small one's named
Junior?
Junior.
I take it Senior's twice that size?
That's fine, though.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you too. You guys both make the world a better place to live in, I assure you of that. Thank you.
Shouldn't spin together.
Oh. Oh, this might be weird.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Spin it toward the driver's side. Okay. All right.
You guys is out at the lake, huh?
Let's get these fucking tires on.
You was out at the lake.
Nope.
Yep, it was you. You found a nasty patch of grass to roll in.
They do drink beer.
Is that your perfume? That's your perfume.
You got the...
Look at my wonderful flag.
Well, this one right here is an extended end fork. A lot of these guns are stretched. That one right there is a Remington pump action. This run right here is a Model 60. This one right here is a, well, it looks like an AK-47, but it's actually not.
AR-15.
That's definitely not an AR-15. That one right there, if you
Oh,
look
yeah,
at the
that's the
front
one
end of
stock.
it, it is an AK style, it looks like from the silhouette. But the drop down there is an HK style. So this would be Heckler & Co. This one right here is a, it looks like a Grizzly Big Bore, but with the 5-round clip there. I would have assumed that it's a Barrett M82A1, but it doesn't have the right shape for it. And this right here is HB barrel. So that's definitely a 50 cal. I'm just not familiar with the model. This one right here is a Remington 700. They use that both in the Marine Corps and in police action. And this one right here is, hold on a second, oh, that's a Browning automatic rifle, BAR.
Yeah. You did put the rifle back.
And the 50 dots are stars, just so you know.
I'm about to shit myself. Fuck. I'll get this one ready for you.
All right. Well, I'm going to stay out of the way.
Oh, you're good. Don't like redneck mechanic work in the parking lot.
Well,
Can't beat redneck mechanic work, I tell you.
I'm surprised you're not doing it in a junk lot somewheres.
No, Main Street parking lot's the best place to do it. What are you talking about?
All right, the nastiest shin wound I've ever seen is from somebody doing exactly what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Accidentally flipped the tire up underneath, kicked out the jack, and then dropped right on him with the leaf spring.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. I didn't see the accident, I just saw the aftermath. Cool. At least you're smart enough to set the cement up the right way.
The what?
The cement.
Oh.
If you set it up the other way, it's in danger of collapsing and it'll kill people.
Oh, that way? Yeah.
Yeah. That way is the right
We
way.
can't put that dip cover on yet. You're gonna need the right stuff too. So we'll put the drive line on and the zip back on. We'll put the drive line on tomorrow.
I was going to see about art supplies, but I don't want you touching art supplies with your greasy digits anyway, if you did brought them.
Well, I didn't bring it. It's at my mom's. I did buy it. It's at my mom's.
You still got my number.
Oh, yeah.
And thank you for having a dog.
Why?
Because as much as people suck, dogs make it better.
Yeah, she do.
I don't know what she found in the grass, but she sure enjoys the smell a bit. Otherwise, she wouldn't have rolled in whatever it is she rolled in.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get completely out the way, actually. Oh, yes, that's for me? For me? All right, I'm going to get some ovens from both of you. Oh, yo. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, very good, Coors. Very good, very good. You're such a sweetie. You're such a sweetie. And so you even get lovins when your stinkers on. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, let's get underneath your collar. That is a good spot. Yeah, yeah. Get that back leg a kicking. Get it a kicking. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, you think It's your turn, do you? All right, I can get you both. I got two hands. Oh, that's a magic trick, isn't it? Doesn't have to be an either or. You can both get some weapons, see? Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Junior. Whoa. Whoa. What's up, Coors? What you smell? What you smell? Come on, you'll make it good. You need to keep your tongue in your own mouth. You're not my type, bud. You're cute, but you're not that cute. And with you trying to do that, if we was cuddling, you would have to be the inside scoop. I'm not dealing with trying to pass out with you stabbing me in the back. And dogs don't understand the word no. They'll fucking straight up rip jobs. Hey, what's that? I know it goes there. It's a cold nose. If you got dogs, you should probably wear boxers. Keep it in the shower. Especially if you got an intelligent dog. Sometimes they'll open the door on you. All right.
Don't worry. Shit was done.
Well, I guess I'm heading back to the world. Good luck, gentlemen.
Alrighty.
Hey, is there any way I can talk you out of 35 cents?
For soda?
No, for coffee.
Oh, yeah. I got you.
Badass. Beggars can't be snoozers. I gotta get up bright and early.
How about $1?
Holy hell. My God, I'm gonna buy a mansion and a yacht.
Alright.
Yeah, so my wife said she wanted me to take her out on an expensive date. So we went to the gas station. I bought 2 gallons.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's the most expensive date I could think of.
I guess.
That's not even a good joke, but I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, I'll hold it for you.
America's so broke, the middle class need clothing drives.
Right?
The great thing is, with America's infrastructure falling apart, you guys can still ford the river in that thing.
And what?
I said, with America's infrastructure falling apart, you can still ford a river in that thing.
Oh, yeah. This fucking thing is bulletproof.
And if you got any friends that were ever in the Army Corps of Engineers, you might be able to float it across if you can't afford it.
Hey, you want to pass me those, the drive line and the bolts for the drive line?
Where are the bolts for the drive line?
Whoa. All right. Hey, thanks for letting me pet the pooch. His dog is so sweet. Anyway, I guess we can recap on this. Are these people evil? In your personal opinion, are any of these people evil? I say none of them are evil. When it comes down to, people have their own lives too. That's the point that needed to be made in court. It's not that I wasn't trying to get help. It's that people have their own lives. They've got their own problems. It's hard enough for them to make ends meet without having to take days off to help somebody that should have been helped already. I mean, all these people have this impression that the government is supposed to give a shit, and the mandatory thing is absolutely mandatory, but the reality of the situation is it's only mandatory when they want it to be. They can ignore the laws anytime they want. Yes, there are consequences, but it's not for them. Yes, there are supposed to be consequences for mandated reporters who don't take it seriously. And of course, those of you who saw the mandated reporter training videos that I posted up, those aren't my training videos. I did not make those. Those were made by independent state agencies for specifically the training of mandated reporters in each respective state. Now, one of the things with me explaining to you about mandated reporters and what their job is that I was right. In some states, I wasn't 100% right about it, because in Nebraska, I didn't realize everybody was a mandated reporter. But what I do know is that not every Nebraskan is trained as a mandated reporter. And I do know that other mandated reporters in other states, these professionals, no matter what profession, as far as whether they be priests or police officers or EMTs or preachers or teachers, they all have to take a mandated reporter training course in their respective states before they can have that position. My question is, where are they getting their training? Because they're not following the manuals. They're not following the training videos. They're making it up as they go along. And that's not okay. See, when it comes to mandated reporter training, it is mandatory for these people to do this job. Mandatory. And if a mandated reporter refuses to do their job as a mandated reporter because they're afraid of losing their job, that is not the fault of the victim. And it is the victim's job and duty at that point to try to report it. Whether or not they are allowed is, of course, based on whether or not anyone gives a shit enough to go in with them. The longer it takes, the more complicated it is. Alright, so I am over here by the Fred Meyers. I was thinking about seeing if their interwebs worked for a minute. And of course I was gonna check over here by the side of the building where I usually see the snipes. And that's not the nimble game bird. It's actually a half-smoked cigarette. So it's something nasty, of course. Anyway, I'm gonna unplug my phone and take it with me. And I'm not far from where the, oh Jesus fuck. Not far from where the tobaccos are. Oh my God, I have to show you this. This little worm of some sort falling to the ground. Oh, come on, spin around before it gets there. Ah. There it is. It's totally repelled out of the tree above me. That is a creepy looking caterpillar thingy. And it repelled out of that tree. You probably can't see the silk line here. We'll see if I can catch the sheen off of it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I wonder how thick that is. Oh my God, that is strong. Wow. See if we can pick him up by it. We can. So there we go, verification. We got ourselves a silk-looking worm. I'm gonna set him down, but first I wanna, ah shit, I dropped him. Ah! That's fucking pleasant. I wasn't paying attention and another one just friggin' landed on me. They don't look to have giant pincers on them or anything like that. And I suppose that's the karma I get for messing with the poor deer. Oh, you gonna mess with my friend? Well, we're the bungee cable jumper friggin' commandos of, well, who cares? Nice idea, fantasy and all that. Here's a snail right here. Wildlife all over out here. Alright. Sure, those aren't quite as cool as the dogs to me, but there's a lot of people who are totally into bugs. I know that Jerry Sparks is totally into bugs. Ah. All right. I suppose after seeing a creepy crawly, and then, of course, feeling one of their webs touching my noggin, and now I just felt something on the back of my neck. It's probably just my beard tickling me. However, I want to make sure. If I take everything off instead of beating myself every time I feel something twitch, I'll know for sure whether or not there's something there. And also, just in case it's an important part of the ecology around here, or possibly something that is near extinct, I know that I am not squishing it. I just don't want it crawling on me. Not cool. Alright, this here Dutch Brothers hoodie would be way more cool if it wasn't a pullover, because that shit hurts. Alright, there's my beard. Star of the fucking show, right? One of the things here is that there's a lot of people who saw this as entertainment. People who are supposed to care about you, you know, your friends and family. You hope that they do. You hope that they take the situation seriously. But, you know, hope is not always what you get. Just because you hope you get a pony for your 16th birthday doesn't mean that they're going to allow you to have a pony in the trailer park in Longmont, Colorado. You know? Just because you hope for something doesn't mean you get it. The stuff that's important to me is important to me because I know what it's like to go without. The most important things to people, they don't realize are that important because they've never been without them. Family. A great many people tell me about what they would have done, and it all comes down to them having family. Anyway, it hurts to draw, but I can still do it. It takes a lot longer than usual, but I gotta make ends meet. If I draw his picture, he'll pay my insurance for a month, I believe was the deal. So, let's hope, right? Dallas is a pretty alright guy. He's also a witness to one of the situations that I was in. Him and his friend Luke, and, well, quite a few other people. Scott and Jared, they both work here. And then their dad, Jason, and their mom, and Scott's girlfriend or wife, I'm not sure which. I never asked. I'm sure they probably told me, but I had a hard enough time trying to get to remember all their names. I had to learn them one at a time, which is fine. I guess I'm gonna go back across the street. And that way I can fuck it, don't matter. I'm just trying to make sure that my electronics get a charge. Which is not the case with my phone currently. And there we go. Now let me tell you how evil Claire is. She's not. With her problems and her issues, I'm going to even stop and try to pretend like it's all her fault. I'm just not going to do it. You know, people have their own problems and their own issues. Now the problem is, it's not that their personal issues are the whole world's problem. It's that their personal issues are my problem. They are a part of my situation and a part of my scenario. And you know, if somebody's alcoholism affects it the way that many alcoholics do affect situations, that is a key factor in my decision making. If people are threatening to kill my loved ones, that is a key factor in my decision making. I do have enough for a McDonald's coffee in the morning, which is good. If I had enough for a Starbucks coffee, that'd be better. Because then I could actually do all the stuff on the computer that I need to do. And I could go in as soon as they open and try to get it done by 9. And since both of the Starbucks are down here by the Fred Meyers, and this is where I'm supposed to meet that lady tomorrow, they'll be right in the same vicinity. So if I ran a couple of minutes late, I wouldn't actually be late because I wouldn't have to drive somewhere. I don't really want to be wasting gas the way that I am, but I do need my electronics to be charged. And I do want Claire to be able to get the stuff done with her family that she needs to take care of, because god damn it, that shit ain't right. And I'm sure she would tell me more, and that's one of the things, is I'd like to just give her my phone and allow her to tell her fucking story, because Jesus Christ, she needs to be allowed to do so. It's a lot easier to hand her the phone in person. Makes it easy as shit. It's a lot more difficult to do that for Miss Tamsin Bowles, but she needs to be allowed to as well. If I could travel all the way to where Tamsin lives, I would hand her my phone and just let her speak. I have a video with Tamsin that I should have posted it like 2 weeks ago, and I gotta go back and unbury it out of the fucking pile of everything that I've been going through. And I get that I don't have to, but she deserves some goddamn help, and she deserves a fucking voice that's actually gonna be heard. I mean, if people are reaching to me for help, they've already been turned down by everybody else, shunned by everybody else, blown off by everybody else, and completely been through the fucking ringer. Tamsin deserves better. When these people say they should have been a better friend, you know what? I'm not doing that great of a job of advocating for any of us. I'm just completely fucking overwhelmed. I take time out of my busy life to help others, and people do take their time to help me too. I'm not ungrateful for that. Just not necessarily the help I need. Now, we got a lot of people who are good to me here in Tillamook. You know, you've gotten to hear Dallas on my channel. You've gotten to hear Claire on my channel. You've gotten to hear, well, a lot of different people. You've gotten to see the situation with Robert, what is it? Not Robert Farnick, Robert Farnsworth. You know, with him threatening multiple people and friggin' pushing that lady around. And, you know, that is scary for us. For all of us out here to get treated like that just because we're homeless and just because those are the ones you give the most attention to. You know, for every one of those guys who is drawing everybody's attention, look at me, look at me, look at me's. There's a bunch of people out here who are homeless or who are trying to hide the fact that they're homeless so that you won't treat them like they're that guy. And then there's the situation with Molly. Like, she is so fucking scary. That kind of mentality comes from years and years and years of doing those things and getting away with it. I don't want people killed, and a lot of folks have offered me all sorts of stuff. Almost everywhere I go, people offer me firearms. Well, shit, if I wanted a firearm, I could just make one. Hell, I could even make my own ammo. I could make my own casings. I couldn't make my own scope, but I could make my own sights. If I was to make my own gun, it'd be a lot easier just to make a scatter gun. You don't need any high velocity propellant. You don't need any rifling. You just, well, it's easy. I don't have a welder, so it wouldn't be necessarily the greatest thing in the world. It might not last for a whole hell of a long time, but the thing is, it's still an easy thing to do. And finding seamless telescoping pipe, that's pretty easy as well. The only real issue is picking a caliber. And really, you can pick a standardized caliber because it's telescoping pipe. It comes in standardized size. There's a whole bunch of different things that can be done. If it can be done with a shotgun, well, you might as well do it with an explosive and get the hell out of there. And that's the thing about a lot of people and their options. Yeah, they've got the options where they're talking about, yeah, if that happened to me, I'd shoot them. If that happened to me, I'd blow up their house. If that happened to me, I'd blah, 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 blah. If that happened to me, I'd skin their kids and feed it to them and all sorts of creepy shit. And I'm like, man, see, that's the thing. People are wanting to pretend that I'm you creepy fuckers. Why are you guys so fucking creepy like that? Oh, dude, we should kill them all. Are you fucking kidding? No, that don't fix nothing. I'm about saving lives, not taking them. And I don't believe that turning these fucking predators into goddamn martyrs is the right fucking thing to do. What happens if somebody puts a bullet through Officer Keith Steinman's head? He gets a state funeral and his family gets paid for his fucking evilness. Don't get me wrong, the man deserves to die in the most heinous of fashions. But at the same time, I'm against the death penalty. I'm against the death penalty because there are too many innocent people who have ended up in the fucking shit end of the storm. And of course, the governor won't do nothing until after he's dead. And then how many times has that happened? just in recent years where an innocent man was executed, even with those folks knowing that he was innocent. I don't really fit in anywhere, and I could work real hard to fit in a lot of different groups I don't belong in, just because I know the groups I grew up in. Always remember where you come from. I come from the system. I remember the rules of the system, and I also remember the rules of the outs. I know the rules of the streets, and I know the rules in houses. People in houses always want to ask you why you didn't call the police, even if you did. People on the streets got no respect for anybody who calls the police because the police ain't your friend. You're a street people. They ain't your friend. Nobody fucking likes you. You're homeless. And they try to drill it into you when you first become homeless. Dude, get it through your head. Nobody fucking cares. Well, here's the thing. I care. And I never stop speaking out. And until the day I die, I never will. We are human beings, god damn it. And if God damned everything we asked him to, we would need gills and fins. If you don't get that joke, well, what a dams do. Ugh. What did I come over here for? Oh yeah, to park and try to use the internet for a minute. We'll see if I can reach any interwebs from here. It looks like no. Oh well. Alright. When it hits half a tank, it kind of hovers there for a little bit, and then magically it'll drop down to almost just a quarter of a tank, and I'm going, man, what the fuck? What'd I do? How did I go through a quarter of a tank of gas in the last 30 seconds? That's what in-town driving does, or the situations where I can't get it to go into the right gear. I don't want to hear it grind, so I gotta just high rev it at a lower gear to try to keep up with traffic, and then give it a second try. But it's nice though, when it doesn't want to go into place, it doesn't grind all asshole like some vehicles do. It just doesn't slide in. Third gear, if it doesn't go in right, it'll be an ass wipe, but hell, I can survive that. No, no interwebs here, not close enough. Alrighty. There's a lot of people who absolutely did help me out. And they didn't do horrible shit to me intentionally with most of them. Some of them did because they were scared. I understand that. Some of them did because their families were being threatened. I understand that. Life is what happens while you're busy making plans. with these people who didn't follow through. I don't believe that the reason they didn't follow through is because they're fucking evil, horrible monsters. For many of them, I absolutely believe their stories about the shitty conditions and situations that they're in. But it's a matter of them not speaking up that is the problem. As far as having hate or malice, like, I get angry. I get pissed off. But as far as like actual hate, no, there's things that I hate. But as far as human beings go, I have to really psych myself up to force myself to say that I hate somebody. I mean, it's a matter of saying it because it needs to be said, not as a matter of me actually feeling such a thing. What I feel is fucking frustration and fear. I mean, I'm frustrated because people are telling me how afraid they are, but they need to be telling the police, and they need to be going in with me to tell the police. Otherwise, I'm going to assume it's a manipulation tactic because that's how it's coming across. Also, loving somebody doesn't mean you owe it to them to take their abuse. Alright, I just realized this video is getting pretty long already. We're at 47 minutes long, so I'm going to end the video. Good to be ready. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind.